Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker ready to go here. This is going to be a ton of fun. Ravens and Bucs. Here we go from Tampa. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Shotgun now for Brady. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. The throw over the middle taken in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
38-yard line.
Brady now on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the...
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
23-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Brady. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's got a first down and more past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Ravens.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now this time he'll look to throw. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But it brings up 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
On down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Jones, the ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down at 4. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
3rd and inches.
Is that all you got, Owen? You better come harder next time, son.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
The keeper.
That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
A gain of 15.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
He was brought down.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
On the pickup.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
On for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call.
the running game worked in that situation, I would continue to go in that direction.
Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team, 6 rings.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Fourth down.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
San Francisco.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Down 49ers.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Levante David.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Buccaneers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for LeSean McCoy. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On first down, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman.
34-yard line.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
49ers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Right there, 54, right there. One, Omaha.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And the 49er first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Devin White.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
15-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
By Shaq Barrett. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Coleman, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the 49ers add on to their lead. 4th and goal, Charles, all the time you see those offenses, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done. And how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown?
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. They're right back to Kittle. This time he's got it.
Garoppolo's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. First down, Garoppolo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
With the score, Niners.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Wishnowski to kick off Forsen.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Shotgun now for Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Brady's throw there complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Brady now on first down. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
Brady's back.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him, but not.
She-Rag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. Put the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah. Don't play with it. Say so what you gon' do? Stop playing with it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Lambeau. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. going to run this with a tight end. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, slant to Adams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Valdes-Scantling.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He was brought down by DeMonte Casey. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and...
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The first carry now. This is Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down by Deion Jones.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards.
Darius Smith on the stop. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan.
Ryan's pass intended for Hayden Hurst. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Ryan's pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That's the end of the first.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Jones. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Lazard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 61 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. As Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Ryan, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Zadarius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return is Irvin. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Right there. Boom, boom. Right there. 54 Mike. Cut.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Down and goal to go.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
28-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
5 yards.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Jones has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Packers 17, Falcons 7.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Tyler Ervin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And 7 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throw over the middle, taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Rodgers' pass intended for Allen Lazard. Incomplete.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. throwing again. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 7.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to work. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Rodgers. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Packers 31, Falcons 14. Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Number 18,
Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
conversion.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Rodgers throwing here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Rodgers looking to throw. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 62 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Falcons 26.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now
This game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by DeMonte Casey.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snake shout, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner.